No matter what I do, when I play tennis, my forehand, I just can't keep it in the court. It goes long, goes out of the gate. I just can't keep my ball in. Hey guys, it's Tennis with Tyler, and today we are going to go over tips and tricks to help you keep your forehand in the court. So let's get started. So the number one reason why players can't keep the ball in the court, why it goes super long every single time, no matter what they do, is because that when they swing, their strings are like this. Once again, I'm going to swing, I'm going to freeze, pause the video right now, check. Tell me, where are my strings facing? My strings are facing upwards, right? So I want you to think, when a ball hits my strings, where is this ball going to go? The ball's going to go up super high in the air. My racket face, right? This is the racket face right here. My racket face is facing open, right? It's pointing upward. So when the ball hits, it's going to go long. So all you have to do is you have to tilt your racket face down. Again, even if I go low to high, if I have a normal forehand and my racket face is facing upward, it's going to go super high. If I tilt it downward, now when I swing, it's going to stay in the court. Now I have another video on grips, right? I'm going to put a link in the description to the grips and the Instantly Improve My Forehand ebook. The more you tilt your strings down, right? This is Eastern, that's semi-Western, this is full Western, right? The more I tilt my strings downward, the more spin I am going to get. But in general, again, you always want to make sure that your strings are facing downward. You never want them to be upward. Okay, well, Tyler, my strings are facing downward and I still can't keep the ball in court. Well, here's another reason why. You're holding that racket too tight. Too many players, they grip this racket super tight. When I grip this racket super tight, I am working for the racket. I'm not letting the racket work for me. Guys, you guys want your money to work for you. You want your golf clubs to work for you. Same darn thing for tennis rackets. You want to let the racket work for you. You do not want to work for the racket. So make sure you hold this racket loose. By holding the racket loose, it's going to allow the racket to do its work and generate topspin. Topspin means I can hit this ball as hard as I want and it's going to dip the ball in. Where players go wrong is that they grip the racket super tight, my strings are facing down, but now boom, it's going to spray long. Again, if I grip that racket tight, the ball is going to spray long. So again, make sure you hold the racket loose. There are two exercises to do to learn how to hold the racket loose. Number one, you're going to grip your racket with your two fingers and your thumb, and you're just going to do your shadow swings and then hit a couple balls. Number two, you're going to grip your hitting wrist with your non-dominant hand, and you're going to do swings again. By gripping your wrist with your non-dominant hand, it's going to make you focus on that. You're not going to squeeze the racket tight, and you will learn how to hold the racket loose. Now, here's another reason why, right? We're not letting our racket do the work. Too many players, they stop their follow through. Now, this is counterintuitive. And again, my favorite quote in tennis is, in tennis, to gain control, you have to give up control, right? The more you let the racket work for you, the less you work for the racket, the better it's going to be. Players, they think, oh no, I need to get the ball in. I'm going to keep my stroke short. I'm going to shorten it up. I'm going to play it safe. So they go and they swing and they stop their swing, right? They don't follow through. I'm not going to allow my racket to do the work. You have to follow through to get that ball in the court. Again, too many players, for their backhands as well, they swing and they stop. The ball's not going to drop. If you don't swing and stop, the ball's not going to drop, and I'm not a rapper. But if you swing and let that racket go all the way across your body every single time, that ball will be able to go into the court. So what are we doing so far? Let's just recap this video for you. Number one, we are making sure our strings are facing downward, just making sure the strings are not facing open. Number two, we are holding the racket loose, not tight. We're letting the racket work for us. And number three, we are making sure that we follow through every single time. You have to follow through. Now, Tyler, my strings are facing down. I follow through, I hold the racket loose, but the ball is still going long. Well, here are big things as well. Players, what they do when they hit, right? When you're hitting, you're thinking so much about the next ball, right? So players do two things. Number one, they swing and they check wherever the ball is. Ooh, the sun's super heavy up there. I just like blinded myself. But again, they swing and they look to see wherever the ball goes. The moment you pick your head up, you lose control. When I pick my head up, my body is going to go up. So again, where players go wrong, they miss long because they look to see wherever the ball is. You want to look, keep your head down, and then pick your head up. You want to keep your head down, follow through, and then pick your head up. So a great tip for this is just to watch the ball for a split second longer than you ever have before. Again, I want to hit finish my shot, keep my head down, and then pick my head up, rather than hit and pick my head up while I'm in the process of my shot. The next big thing, okay, other than my head, my body. Other than my head, my body goes up. So when I swing, my body goes up. I want you to think that there's a laser shining from your chest. Austin Powers type stuff, right? You guys see my laser? Right? When I do it, where players go wrong is when they swing, their chest is up, right? Laser's up. No, I do not want the laser up. I want my laser going forward. Not just forward, a little bit down. Not super down, but pointing downward to the point that it would eventually touch the ground. It's like you could roll a pencil or something down the little slope, right? So again, I'm going to demonstrate this for you guys. You don't want your body up. The ball is going to go long. You want to keep your body down and forward. You want to keep your body down and forward. Now guys, you guys see me in this video, right? Look, I am not that big, right? I would get flattened in football. That's why I played tennis, right? My parents didn't want me to get steamrolled in football, so they're like, Tyler, go play tennis, save yourself, all right? I've never really tackled someone, but if you tackle someone and you go like this, you pick your body up when you tackle someone, what's going to happen? You're going to get flattened like a pancake. If you tackle someone and you go forward into them, right, you're going to be able to tackle them effectively, at least I think, right? Any form of contact. If you throw a punch and you pull up, you're going to break your hand. You need to go forward. So any type of contact, you need to make sure that you are going forward when you hit. Again, when I hit this ball, I want my body forward. I want my head down, my body forward. And here's another thing. After I hit, I want to make sure that my body goes forward with it. And again, after I hit. So here is another big reason why players miss long, okay? They don't just think about the next ball, they move to the next ball. So they go to the ball, they go hit, and they're pulling away to recover back to the next ball. My momentum's pulling this way, it's pulling this way, and my ball flies long. Where do we need our momentum? You tell me. We need our momentum forward. So make sure, watch, I don't just hit, keep my head down, body forward. I hit, I finish, I follow through, and then I go to the next ball. I'm not hitting, pulling up, thinking about recovering. I want to hit, finish, then recover, not hit and recover at the same time. If you can do that tip, that will keep the ball in the court. Now, if you're still struggling with the ball going in the court, and I referenced this before, what do we have to use? We have to use topspin, spin the ball to get the ball in. When you hit spin, you will keep the ball in. So what are you going to do? You are going to brush the ball. You're not going to swing through the ball. You are going to swing low to high and brush that ball. By brushing that ball, that's going to allow the ball to dive in when you hit. Again, I need to play with spin so I can eventually, and every single time, keep the ball in. Now, guys, I hope this video will instantly give you tips and help you keep the ball in, right? So guys, I hope this video gave you enough tips to help you go out on court and keep that forehand in the court, especially not in the gate, over the gate, or behind the baseline, right? Use these tips. So guys, I hope all these tips will help you keep the ball in. If you guys enjoy these instant tips, feel free to check the description. I just released my Instantly Improve My Forehand ebook. Once again, instant tips that are proven to work. I taught over 3,000 lessons in the past 3 years. Click the link in the description. We do not just go over how to keep the ball in. We go over how to keep the ball out of the net, how to get more power, more accuracy, consistency, control, beginner forehand, intermediate forehand, advanced forehand, and so much more. I have a sale for all you YouTube subscribers, so make sure you click that individual link and download the Instantly Improve My Forehand ebook. You guys will eventually, or you guys will easily be able to go read the book, put it down. Again, it's an interactive ebook. Go out to courts and see instant improvement. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, please let me know in the comments below. Have a good one, guys, and happy hitting.